Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Debon the City Apostles, Debon the City Elders, a great millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that are teaching the truth in the city across the four corners of the earth. This is your brother Kabash from Genesis 9 camp. I'm going to get into the book of Ephesians, the first chapter, written by the Apostle Paul. I'm going to start at verse 3 in chapter 1. It's basically going into how the elect was sealed before time and how, the mysteries of the Most High was given to the elect, which is knowing, one of the mysteries is knowing the Heavenly Father's name and His Son's name in the Hebrew, knowing who the 12 tribes of Israel are. Because a lot of people, especially our people in particular, a lot of people of our nation do not know that they are from the nation of Israel. And we're living in these last times where it's going to be a famine on the word. Trump mentioned about the prophet of doom, and he's right in that aspect, starting with the apostles and the elders on down. All prophets are, we are the prophets of doom, foretelling about what's to come, and what's going to happen in process of that doom happening. Those are the mystery, or some of the mysteries of the Most High that He has given to us, which is the seals being broken off the book, which is this holy book. So I'm going to get into verse 3 first. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, who have blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Mashiach. So we was already blessed. The Lord blessed us with spiritual blessings. Because remember, in Colossians chapter 3, starting at the top, the Lord said, around verse 3, the Lord said, Colossians chapter 3, verse 3, set your affections on high. And because that's where our heart should be. It shouldn't be about things on the earth, even though we have to live out things in the earth. And that's all due to the word of the Heavenly Father, how we will take the kingdom. Like it says in Daniel chapter 7, verse 18, says the saints should take the kingdom. So that's one of the spiritual blessings of many that we have. The connection with our Heavenly Father and His Son through the Holy Spirit, and knowing the inheritance and who we are. Because the Lord said in Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9, that we should, in fact, I'm going to get this. Zephaniah chapter 3, I'm going to start at the 8th verse. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. See, His determination. See, the Lord is determined. Every single human being is determined to do something on the earth within the 24-hour time span. And Here's the Lord, the one who created everything in creation, saying that for His determination is to gather the nations, and how He's gathered the nations is in His third world war. It's not at the summit meetings, which He does deal with that. The Lord does deal with that, but within those meetings, they're talking about a hot war now because of Trump, which is the President of the United States, which represents America and its allies, NATO, in the EU, is going around the whole world beef with everybody. Now he's beefing with the wrong ones, which is Iran, which is written in the scriptures, which is Persia. And Persia is backed by Russia, by the Russians, and and its allies such as China, which is, those are two superpowers in the making right now. He has to answer to those problems, and they're already talking about a World War III in the year 2020. Now this cat JT Figs, which he's in the know, because he's been in the hip hop world for a minute, in the movie scene for a minute, and basically he was talking about JT Fizz is a rapper, by the way, which helped the Game and other big time rap stars get in the door in his career. And he said on the video, on a live stream, he said America is going to be hit with a famine, and not with nuclear bombs, because God is teaching America a lesson and all that stuff. And he mentioned about Israel being in America, which America is Egypt, and the president is Pharaoh, which they watch, like the apostle says, they watch us. So but he's with this Allah Muslim type bull. So his prophecy vision, he's just a false prophet, just like the false prophet that went up against Jeremiah, talking about King Nebuchadnezzar, which was the ruler of Babylon, is not going to take down Jerusalem, which he did, But the false prophet said that he's not going to do it, and that the Lord is going to bring peace. That's what a lot of these deceivers are doing, whether they be superstars or just regular people. And they just say, well, America's not going to be hit. America may be hit this way, but it's not going to be worse like a third world country, such as Iraq, stuff like that. Well, it is coming to America. And this big disease, this came from China, I think. Corona, this virus is already over here in the States. And they already quarantined everybody. And I think a brother just sent an article made by AMTV. They came out with banning travel all over the world. No flying as of now. To certain places in the world, and it's all coming to a halt, man. The American way of living, which is live as thou will, syndrome over here in America, or do as thou will syndrome over here in America, because America is ruled by witches and warlocks, Satan himself. So, there's no way that the Lord is going to shun from destroying America with really all the players that he got playing, which is disease, pestilence, and ultimately martial law and the nuclear missiles coming down here. And also, before this land get destroyed, it's going to be hit with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Because a lot of people is not dealing with cash anymore. Majority of people just dealing with cards or just swiping their cell phone. Everything is totally digital now. And they getting ready to usher in this 5G. Like I said, the midst of that, I just stopped at this verse. The Lord determination is to gather the nations, and that's how he's doing it. Everything is happening as he's gathering the nation. And like the elder Ratazah mentioned about this COVID thing and this coronavirus virus. It's like if I said it kind of wrong, but that disease from China is a bit distraction in the news right now. Kobe is a real top star in the world, especially in America, and he just got killed in a helicopter, and everybody's like mourning over that, and they broadcasting this coach, all the teams in the NBA, all that BS. Meanwhile, World War III is going on. That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour out It's like it, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, and the fire of the Lord's jealousy is the nuclear missiles. Now, here's like I was mentioning about the mystery in Ephesians chapter 1. The main point, like you said, way, but that is a part of the scriptures to break down the scriptures. Verse 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language. And that's what the Lord has done. That's why we say, Wada Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We pray in the Lashon Kodash, the holy tongue, which is the Hebrew, when we speak. And it says right here, verse 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, which we had, because the Lord said he would discontinue us from our heritage. But only the elect will get it. Not all Israel. 2/3 of Israel has to die, either by famine or by the sword. And the Lord said in Revelations that a great temptation is going to come upon all the world, and it's going to try every man. And the Lord said he's going to judge the nation of Israel. Not the other nations, because the Lord said the other nations are as spittle to him. I think in Isaiah, they are as a drop in the bucket. Like, like the scriptures say. So the Lord is revealing his secrets to the elect only, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent, and that all is the elect. And that is the few of the all that the Lord is going to save. Now I'm going to go back into Ephesians chapter 1. Verse 4. Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself. See, he already had us in his will. And the word predestined goes into, predestined.
Predestined.
To destine in advance. See, we go back to this word, destined. It says to set apart for a particular use. And that's what the Lord did. He made us holy. That's why he said we are a peculiar people in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Purpose, etc. Design, intend. We were designed to be perfect. What the Lord said, he made one lump unto righteousness and one lump unto wickedness, to appoint or ordain beforehand as by divine decree. And it was his decree, his word, that he should save the elect, no matter what. Foreordained, predetermined. So he already decided, which is one of the words right here. No, this is our faith, yo. This is the elect, the hopefully elect faith. Something that unavoidably befalls a person, see? And we can't avoid the elect cannot avoid being saved from the Lord. And also 2/3 of the rest of the heathen nations, the Gentile nations, can't avoid their doom, their destruction, because the Lord said so. For the 2/3, he already said it when Moses wrote the first 5 books of Torah. He said in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, the 3rd and 4th generation that hate him, the Lord is going to destroy. Now it says, verse 5, having predestined us a divine will unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. And that's the gospel. Us reaping the kingdom of heaven. Like Yahushua said in Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are ye that thirsty after righteousness. Because the Lord is going to quench that thirst with righteousness when He comes back. You know, it's going to be righteousness on the earth. It's going to rain down righteousness. And our sun, which is our wisdom, is not going to be blocked anymore. We ain't going to go off anymore. We ain't going to want to do no offness. First of all, think offness. Feel offness. None of that stuff. Only thing we're going to be blessed with is what the Lord got in store for us, and that's everything. Verse 6, to the praise of the glory of His grace, wherein He hath made us accepted in the beloved. Yeah. That's why we say all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah, because it's not of us, it's of the Lord's grace. Verse 7, in whom we have redemption through His blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of His grace, in whom we have redemption through His blood. So Yahweh Shai had to go through that terrible time to save the elect, to seal the elect, even though it was already preordained before the foundations of the earth was built or ever made. But the Lord had it to where it was a process of getting to the process. Everything's already been done, basically. It's just the process of it, getting through it, the details of getting to the point of the conclusion of the whole matter, which is the setup of the kingdom of heaven and righteousness ruling on earth as it is in heaven. The forgiveness of sins according to the riches of His grace, wherein He hath abounded towards us in all wisdom and prudence. That's how we know how to act out here in public. We know how to work with our hands. We know how to be abound. We know how to be abased. We know how to discern spirits. Basically, how the possessions of our souls. Because a lot of the Lord just let demons hop on them, and the demons take them to their end, man, to their doom. Because these demons that the Lord sent are for vengeance for the souls or spirits that went against Him, and mainly us, because it says in Amos chapter 3 that we're the only family that the Lord knew. So in particular, Israel is going to get punished more harshly than any other nation, not out of wickedness to the Lord that He wants to just do to us because we are people, we're just flesh. Nah, the Lord is doing this to us, like it says in Baruch chapter 4, that we is chosen, we is people. It's for our punishment, because we move the Most High, we provoke the Most High to wrath, but it's not for our destruction. As the Lord said, He would not utterly do away with Jacob, but Esau He's going to burn, and He's going to annihilate, or He's just going to erase off this earth forever and ever. Remember, the scriptures say we should see Him, but not. But he won't be around. No, we should ask for Him, but we should see Him and ask for Him, but Esau ain't gonna be around. This vibration of Esau, the so-called white man in the earth, throughout the four hemispheres of the earth, north, south, east, and west, his vibration is not going to be in the earth, man. Every time Esau is around, it's like this police state or this wicked vibe, and it's like begging for all the attention. But all around us, you got the creation of the Most High works, including ourselves, the nation of Israel, because it was Latino and Native Americans first and foremost, to enjoy and do what the Lord say do, so we can become a great people, like He promised us in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 through 14, that if we should do His laws, statutes, commandments, we should have these blessings and be above all nations. But now that we are under our oppressors, we can't execute the Lord laws, statutes, commandments like we should. But the Lord is doing this for our sake, because we moved into wrath. But the Lord ultimately is coming back to crown the elect, to save the elect, first and foremost, with Yahweh Shai, His Son, having made known unto us the mystery of His will, according to his good pleasure which he had purposed in himself. So having made known unto us the mystery of his will, how was it made known unto us? Well, Yahweh Shai died for the elect sins, and just read about in Revelation chapter 5, that he unsealed the seven seals, which is the knowledge, which contained the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Heavenly Father and His Son. The Lamb that was worthy to open up to take the book. It says, Revelation chapter 5, verse 1, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with seven seals. And you can look in the Bible from the front page, Genesis all the way to Revelation. And you can put the Apocrypha in there too, in the middle of it, right around the time of Malachi. If you probably have the 1600 edition, but if you have a separate edition, it's still the same thing. And that's what this verse is talking about right here, which the Lord had ordained to give to the elect. But first, I wish I had to go through the hell so these seals can be unloosed from the book, so that the understanding and the knowledge of wisdom the elect can obtain, so we can be blameless before the Lord when He comes back. Verse 2, and I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. That goes all the way to the time of the Byzantine Empire too. Our people was ruling in those times, but that's another lesson within itself. But for all these years, the Bible itself is a history book, and it even talks about Egypt and its greatness. So, Yahweh Shai, the apostles, they passed away, and the book was really sealed though to until this time, because Yahweh Shai done taught Paul and he taught the 12 disciples, Gamaliel, and Yahweh Shai slept with Paul, along with Gamaliel teaching Paul about the scriptures. So, it was closed till then, and then it was open when the Abba Bivens, through the Holy Spirit, through the Spirit, was given this book, which is the scriptures. And he taught Elder Yaqua, Elder Hakeem Ashah, High Priest Ariah, then they taught our apostles and elders on down, all the way to the younger brothers that's getting in the last hour. And the Lord is quickening the younger brothers too. And it says right here, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. Verse 5, and one of the others said, and you can read about that in Isaiah chapter 29. I'm thinking because it says no man was able to read the book and understand it. If a person would have asked, what this mean, what this scripture means, a person that's not learned and wasn't given this truth by the Lord is going to say he don't know. And you can't know these scriptures without a teacher. This is Isaiah chapter 29 verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered. And Bishop Eddie Long, all the way up to the Jakes that are in the know, like Nate and General Yohana. They don't really emphasize on the mark of the beast, like the apostles. Some of the camps still say Most High, Christ bless, so on and so forth. So they really ultimately don't have it, because we prophesy in part, we know in part. So, but we still, those are the main prophecies that you at least should understand. And they actually don't move in that spirit as the apostles and the elders do. Verse 11, and the visions of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I could not, for it is sealed. Yeah, so, this hell doctrine, flat earth doctrine, only Negroes is Israelites, that's going off. That's the worst, in these churches too, man. Jake don't know if they Israel or not. So, this is what the scriptures indicated, pointing out that those people that I've mentioned, they don't know the scriptures, and this is what they say to their followers, or if they even deal with the followers of the church. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. He said, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Yeah, so if you ain't got no money, and you like T.D. Jakes or Creflo Dollar, you ain't gonna get the respect of men and towards Jake, and you're not gonna get Jake's ears to tell the truth, because you're not taught by the precepts of men. You know what I mean? The prosperity spirit that these pastors, false pastors, and false prophets, they be teaching in these churches. When Jake really goes by the precepts of men. You can't tell them, especially these nigga women, man, these churches, you can't tell them nothing, man. And they still going to these catfish, fried food things, and, Kanye West Sunday service. So these Jakes gonna get caught out here, man. Because there has to be a seriousness to this. It's not no play thing. This is really talking about changing your whole life and death. Changing the surroundings of you, being at peace with the Creator. A lot of these people with money, they want to get closer to the Creator, but they can't. It's some form of fashion. Well, really, let me wind it. Now they don't. They don't even think that it is the Lord. The Rothschilds, they pray to Satan. The elites of this world, they pray to Satan. So, that's their God. So, verse 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people. Okay, that's it. Go back to Ephesians. Well, I'm gonna go to Revelations again. But yeah, that was the point on this. Yahushua was the one to loose the seals, and the seals is the covering of this book, knowing the knowledge and truth and understanding. The Lord took the veil off this book of the eyes of the elect. It took the veils off the eyes of the elect so they can understand. Ephesians chapter 1. Let's see, verse 9. Having made known unto us the mystery of his will according to his good pleasure, which he had purposed in himself. See, he purposed this in himself. He said, yeah, these are my chosen men. They're going to get it around this time, the latter end, and I'm going to save them. I'm going to have all these blessings on them. You know, because they endured hardness as a good soldier. They didn't give up. They didn't take the mark of the beast. So, I mean, the end, they stood so stiffly for the name. They didn't say Most High Christ blessed. They said Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. And we didn't get it on our own. It was through the grace of the Lord that he did it for us. Because the Lord chose us, we didn't choose him. So yeah, that's all I got on that, Akim. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Kwam the elect, Shalom.